The plaintiff, Mary Parker, claims her ex is a drug-addicted deadbeat dad who owes her child support. Angelo Rivera, the defendant, claims the plaintiff falsely accused him of molestation, so he's afraid to go anywhere near his kids.
Ms. Parker, you're suing Mr. Rivera, your ex-husband,
yes,
for
sir.
$5,000 for failure to pay for unpaid child support?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell us about this.
I invited him out to church and we started dating.
And then you got married.
And then we got married. I became pregnant, and my grandma is a Pentecostal, and she said, you need to get married. And so I did marry him. And from there, it was all downhill. Late nights, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I did smell the pot on his breath a lot. I myself did not.
This is during the marriage?
Yes, was still in the
marriage.
marriage.
How long ago was that?
Well, I didn't know exactly.
How long have you all been divorced?
We've been divorced, I guess, about 5 years.
Okay, so that was at least 5 years ago. You're saying all these things happened during the marriage.
Mm-hmm. And I kicked them out. I said, this is a Christian family. You're not welcome. I found coke in his pocket. And he didn't go to work for 2 days. He said he was at work. I called work, and he wasn't there.
Did you all have children at that time?
Yes, we had 2.
Was he caring for them? Was he bringing the money home? Or you saying you spent it all on coke and pot?
I didn't see a lot of the money. My grandma paid for a couch. She paid for a lot of things for us.
Sir, were you bringing the money home while you were married?
Yes, I was. That bag of cocaine she's claiming to have, she had it in her possession. The cops told her to get rid of it, otherwise they were going to take her to jail.
So you said she had the coke,
she
not
had
you.
it in her possessions when the cops came. Because the cops came at that point in time.
She's a Pentecostal Christian, and you're saying that she had cocaine.
She's a Baptist.
I'm a Baptist, sir.
Oh, your grandmother's a Pentecostal.
We went to the same Baptist church.
All right, so you kicked him out because he wasn't coming home, he wasn't bringing the money home. How long thereafter did you all get a divorce?
He wouldn't give me a divorce. I kept on asking. He wouldn't come to court. He wouldn't give me a divorce. It took a long time.
That's not true, Your Honor.
How long did it take?
I filed against her just as much.
Man. How long did it take?
It took about 2 years, maybe.
During that 2-year period, was he paying any support?
He did some. He would call me up from Indiana and say he had child support for me to come up. And
where were you at? He said he'd call you up from Indiana.
Yeah,
you had moved?
he said I lived in Indiana then.
Where was he living then?
Chicago.
You claim that during the marriage you provided support. So yes. I want you to defend the attack on your credibility.
The rent was paid. Food was always on the table.
And you contributed.
Yes. I even cleaned the house. I did everything because she was too busy cleaning her dad's house all the time.
When she put you out for allegedly spending your money on coke and coming in all times of night, that's the reason she said she put you out. When that occurred, see, you're not defending that. You must have been doing all that.
Because I was listening to what you're saying, but that's not why she put me. She put me out because she was sleeping with the guy that lived in the same building as us.
Where do you get this information? Because this is a terrible thing to you.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
The guy who was sleeping with your wife told you?
The guy that was sleeping with my wife. At first, I
didn't believe it. He was able to get it out of his mouth fully without your fist being in his mouth?
Out of his mouth.
That was his friend that he took somewhere because he represented a gang somewhere, and he got beat up. And he brought him with him, and...
Did he ever confront you about this?
Why is your tooth missing? Who punched it out? Why were you in the hospital?
That's when I was out drinking with your buddy that you were sleeping with.
No.
Now, you should know that. You was at the hospital with me. The cops never came to me.
Talk to me. My question, ma'am, did he ever confront you about that back then?
This is the first time.
This is the first time you ever heard that?
Yes, sir. Like I said, he lied
Hold
about
on, let me move on then, ma'am.
Rivera claims his ex-wife is a hypocrite who had an affair with a neighbor.
Now, fast forward to the time of the divorce. You were ordered to pay. Did you pay at that time?
I was not ordered to pay until after we had got the divorce.
I understand that. That's what I just said.
That's
when you got the divorce, you were ordered to pay.
And after our divorce, she was supposed to get 25% of my net pay once up on I got a job. Or if I work side jobs to get more money.
That's not how child support goes, buddy.
But
that's not how child support goes. What do you mean right? I know it's right.
What you're saying.
It's not how they don't tell you pay if you can.
Well,
or pay with, be quiet. When I'm talking, you be quiet. They do not, a judge does not order you to pay it if you can and when you can. Pay it when you get a job, if you get a job. That's not how it goes. You were ordered to pay. My question to you is, did you pay since the time of the divorce order ordering you to pay?
Yes, I paid what I could. I have the envelope right here.
There you go. Show me what you paid.
I even got check stubs here to show when they were garnishing my paychecks.
Let me see that as well.
And to tell you right there was 124 something they were taking every 2 weeks.
Ma'am,
He quits his jobs every time he gets served. Your Honor.
What do you have?
I have a paper showing as of August 3rd, 1999, he's $7,308 behind
Let me see
in
that.
child support. Can I say something, sir?
Yes.
He had told me that they have, since my husband now supports the kids, for him to adopt them where he don't have to worry about paying child support. My daughter's here today. She wanted to come in, but she cries every week for her dad. He told her face to face, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Did you do that, sir?
Yes, sir, because of the false
You did?
allegations that
Because
my
what?
wife had, because of the false allegations my wife had brought against me in the past. And it brought up certain circumstances, so I don't want nothing to do with the kids today become 16, 17 years of age.
Why?
Where they could speak.
What false
legally for
allegations your wife made caused you to tell your children you want nothing to do with
Well,
them?
my wife went out and said that I had sexually molested my daughter.
My
All
daughter
right?
told
Quiet, ma'am.
That all came out of court. It was all dismissed from court.
Huh? But why did you tell your daughter you wanted nothing to do with her?
Oh, I didn't tell her that. I said, Daddy cannot take you overnight.
Because of the fear that this previous allegation might once again
Correct.
come about.
Yes.
And that's somewhat understandable. State says that you owe a deficiency of $7,308. You also provided me, sir, with some receipts indicating that you have paid her directly. Those receipts totaled $728. So I gave you credit for that. Even a dog cares for his puppies and provides support for his puppies. So I want you to give some thought to that, because some people would suggest you're acting lower than a dog. And I'm sure you don't want to be considered lower than a dog. I can only give you $5,000 judgment. Once again, ma'am, good luck to you. That is my order.
Thank you.
We recently spoke with both plaintiff Mary Parker and defendant Angelo Rivera. Mary told us that their children are now 30 and 28, and although they both tried to have a relationship with Angelo, it didn't work out. Mary says her children now have nothing to do with Angelo, and he didn't even show up to their daughter's wedding. Angelo told us that he paid off his child support to Mary and has moved on with his life. He said he's remarried and has 6 more children with his second wife.